lots of people out there, and you were just a ball of energy, Mr. Steve Labriola. We love and appreciate you. Come on to the line, our International Marketing Director of TelexFREE.
Well, thank you very much, Kelly, and thank you for all of the introduction and the managing the lines as they're coming in. I really appreciate everything that you do and everything everyone else does out there. I really wanted to get this call together to just kind of give us an overview of where we are, kind of post the Orlando event and ramping up. I don't know how many on this call are going to the cruise, but I'm pretty excited about it, actually. It looks pretty, the ship is beautiful, and all the information I'm seeing about it is just going to be nothing but top-notch. It looks really, really beautiful. So if you're on the fence about it, think about it. We'll all be there. And I've never actually been to those waters on a boat, so I'm excited about that. Well, we wanted to go over some updates, talk about the Orlando event, talk about where we are. We are customer service-wise. We have Ernie, who runs a customer service company out of Florida that we have hired on. He is in town. We're going to spend most of the day tomorrow behind closed doors to ramp up his responsibility so that we will be able to have, right now the way it works is his office only has access to so much of our system. And with only so much of our system, everybody calls him, and what he does is he takes the problems that he does not have access to and escalates them to us here in the office, and we do our best to get on top of them. And as you know, as you know and I know, we have clearly not kept up on our customer service side of things, and we are doing all we can to make it better. I know that things are much, much better now, but they are going to get really, really good. So we will tomorrow put out the game plan to let his office manage more customer service and step up. In every business venture and every company out there, they may be really, really awesome in one particular facet. They may be really good at a manufacturing company, may be good at manufacturing, but they go to a professional for customer service, or somebody might be good in wholesaling or retailing, and then they farm out what they need help with. And we are finally on that page and moving to that direction. So I'm very excited about it and very excited to see that we are going to get our customer service where I've always wanted it to be, and it's right around the corner. So more to come on that. And as I said, Ernie is in town and will be with us all day tomorrow. We've been getting a lot of questions because we're getting close to renewal time for everybody. Everybody's asking, what is the actual renewal process? I'm actually trying to hone down all the finer details. So I'm going to have a annual contract renewal update call that we will do this Friday, and I'll send out the message on it because there's a couple of spots that I don't have all the answers on, and I want to get all of it accurate before we actually even go down that road. So anybody who's questioning it, don't worry. By the end of this week, we'll have everything answered for you. Signing up for MFA. Now, I took the liberty to actually ask Jay Godwin to hop on this call, and I think he's here. Jay, are you out there?
I am here, Steve. Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Well, we'll take a minute real quick. I'm not sure how many of you out there were in Orlando or in California or have actually talked to Jay. I know he's been on a couple of calls, but Jay Godwin is instrumental to having his product move down the road. And Jay, why don't you just, take 2 minutes, maybe talk a little bit about it, and then just give everybody that email address one more time to give them an idea as to what they're going to get with that email address they send in. So, Jay Godwin, take a couple of minutes and say hi.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. I appreciate the time on the call. This is really exciting times over here for us guys. We have been watching this since the Orlando event. Jay has been working around the clock, as has Brian House from my side to get this thing out to the masses. And, we are just hours away from that, guys. We don't have an exact time just yet, In fact, I've been bugging Jay and Brian both. All
Advantage is up and running, and click here to register. So it's very exciting. We've all been waiting for this for a long time, and it's about here. The next thing is a lot of people have asked me, what about TelexMobile? TelexMobile is the next big, exciting product that we are going to have out. Realistically, I would have to say 60 to 90 days on that. There's a lot of, we actually, when we signed the paperwork in Orlando and partnered up, basically bought the company 50-50. So everything is done, but now implementing it and getting to the stage where it's a product that we're going to have in our system and all the details on it. There's a lot of work to go to that. There's going to be marketing material that's going to be available. There's going to be a lot of new stuff. How is somebody that has a Verizon mobile phone, how can they switch over to TelexMobile? All of those details I will have on an update call probably within the next couple of weeks, but right now it's still very immature. It's preliminary to really get into the finer details on it. I want to see it all documented. But we are incredibly excited. It is going to be on all 4 of the major carrier networks. It is going to be a really, really awesome product to have in your back pocket. You pull out your phone, TelexMobile. Yeah, this was my own phone I'm using. I use it in my own system. I make commissions on this, and it's pretty cool. The only thing that I want to make sure everybody on this call knows, I have to make this clear, and you'll hear me say this 1,000 times. You cannot, and I repeat that, cannot publish any documentation that says Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, or AT&T. You cannot publish any of those names on any documentation. When you're marketing the product, you can say we're on the 4 major carriers. That's fine. And the biggest reason for that is because those companies, even though we're using their network and it's okay, that's fine, but until we have 1 million customers that are on the network and running, they don't want us to use their name. Once we're at 1 million customers, and that's just a number I'm throwing out there, once we're at a number that they're satisfied with, then they can say, yes, go ahead, use our name. But until that happens, they will not allow us to use the name. And if we see anybody using one of those names in a printed or online ad, we will turn your code off immediately. I need you to understand how critical that is. We do not want to jeopardize that opportunity. We want to make sure that service grows to 1 million customers and beyond. So it's very, very exciting. But I want all of you on this call to know that that's very, very critical. Pass it on to everybody you're sponsoring. They're going to have the greatest product to sell. They're going to have My Financial. They're going to have TelexMobile. They're going to have Telex 99. And as we roll in the new products, all of these new things are exciting and awesome. But we want to make sure that we stay on the right road. We want to make sure that we stay compliant. We want to make sure that people are getting customers. We want to make sure that we're not impeding on the vendors that we're using in their services, and make sure that we're doing what they ask us to do to move forward. We have incredible, incredible opportunity ahead of us, and the growth potential that we have with our new products that are just about to go live is unbelievably exciting. 2015, I've said this on so many of my calls. I've said this at all of the conventions I've been to. Every single time I talk about us being at ground floor and below. We are just barely coming up on ground floor. 2014 is going to be an incredible year for every single person in this business and every person that comes on board in this business in that year. Because of the new opportunity, the new products, the new services, the changes in our comp plan that are going to put more money on the table. I tell you, I've been sitting here reading documentation, looking at where we're going, talking to the marketing companies that we're using, and you're all in the right place. I can't say it enough. We have had some bumps in the road, and I'm not saying that all the bumps will be all paved out going forward. We'll do all we can to keep them paved out. We'll do all we can to move forward. the fact that you are all involved in a company that is at an infantile stage as we are and going to be part of the growth and the changing lives around the world is very, very exciting. It's really awesome for me to see the lives that get changed and to talk to people that have changed lives. I know down in Orlando events, I ended up talking to so many people over in the corner. I never get out to the dance floor, which really makes my day. But there was a lot of people there that wanted some help, and some people came to me afterwards and said, "Steve, it didn't seem like there was enough training and there wasn't enough teaching going on at the event." Corporate events are in our eyes, are more for product introduction, product launch, product understanding, overview of our company, vision of the company, and celebrating the company's present growth and future growth. We have some really, really exciting things that are coming and some really, really exciting stuff that we're doing here in the office, and it's all for all of you out there. In all the years that I've been in network marketing, I've never, ever seen so many people that are making money in a business opportunity. I was plugged into the Big A about 20 years ago, and even though I made a pretty successful business, the only thing I really put in my pocket was education on what network marketing companies put out there, positive thinking, motivating people. But myself and so many other people at that time, there wasn't a lot of money in it. And I want all of you to know that we're excited to see how many of you are earning money and how many of you are actually changing your lives and changing people's lives around you. And the other thing that I did in Orlando, and I apologize for everybody out there, I wanted to recognize everybody that I deal with on a daily basis. God, the list is endless. I want to thank all of you for everything you do. I just heard Donna was on this call, and I didn't say anything about Donna when I was in Orlando. And there's so many, and I heard Fred. Fred was on this call, and I didn't say anything about Fred, and I could go on and on and on and on and on. I want to thank all of you out there. Leslie, if you're out there, everybody that has helped me help all of you on a daily basis. I can't thank you all enough. I really, really mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's very, very touching, and understand that when I'm standing there for the few minutes that I'm standing there, or I'm on a call for the few minutes that I'm on a call, it would take me quite some time to go through the list of people that I want to thank for all of their help as we move forward. It's not exactly the easiest thing to do, but thank you all, everybody that's out there. Thank you all for all that you do for helping us grow and bring problems to me on a one-on-one basis. Thank you. So I mentioned the cruise in the very beginning. I want to mention the cruise again. And I know some of you have said to me, well, it's a long trip. I haven't been down to that part of the world, and there's probably going to be some language issues. And I'm telling you that it's going to be exciting. We will be there. We will be having a ball, and I guarantee you that that's a trip that I will find time to get to that dance floor, because it's going to be incredible celebration. We are going to be with some great leaders also from Brazil, from around the world. I've talked to people in many countries that are going to be joining us on that cruise. So let's bring our power from the U.S. there too. So any one of you that are on the fence, get off the fence and join us on the cruise. All the information is there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be just downright celebrating on quite a big yacht. I think the ship holds 2,500 people or 2,800 people or something like that. We'll have the whole ship. It's pretty amazing. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about here? Customer service, I talked about that, and I know Ernie is probably on the line, but just so you all know that that's going to be changing very fast, increasing, getting better, fixing a lot of the little issues. Even this past week, I've had the ability to escalate a lot more of the issues just out of the Orlando event. What came out of that, in my eyes, was everybody's concern about customer satisfaction and customer service. And even though I've been saying it, for Carlos and Jim to see it from 2,000 people was awesome. And it was great because it's exactly what I wanted to see happen, and it's where we want to be. So I'll open it up for a couple of quick questions. I got another 10 minutes. If I heard Donna was there, and I know Kelly's there, and I heard Randy. If anybody has one or two questions maybe to throw at me, I'd be happy to try to answer them.
Randy, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Randy. Thank you.
Okay, the question is great. That still got a lot of people typing in on the webinar. I guess we want to make it clear that they're sending an email over to TelexMyFinancialAdvantage.com. And a lot of people are saying, when can they start selling that to the public? Just can you reiterate the time frame on that?
Yeah, and actually, as Jay had said, send an email to, as you said, TelexMyFinancialAdvantage.com. Just, that you're interested in the product and you want to be in the pre-launch. And what will happen is the minute the product goes live and they can sell the product, as long as their email address is there, they will get the email. Jay and I were talking earlier, Jay Godwin, who's just on the call, that he's taken all those emails that come in and is compiling them all into a database so that when the product is live and ready to sell, all of those people that send in will get the first go-ahead that product's up and running, ready to go, and they can run with it at that point. It's any day where we should be up and running any day. I know that it's passed every test so far, so I don't. Jay said to me on a message earlier that it could be within the next day or two, but I don't have an exact minute on it. So, but it is. It's all green right now. It's all go ahead, but make sure that they get that email in so that they will get notified the minute it's live and ready to go. So I want to say at the outside by the end of the week, but let's wait and get those emails in. And again, the more emails that go in there, the busier you keep Jay Godwin, and he'll stop coming at me and saying, Steve, we need to sell this product. So send in, everybody on the phone, send an email in. Get your email in at telex@myfinancialadvantage.com and say, tell me when it's live. I want to be in the pre-launch. Let me know. So
okay, well, that's wonderful news. Thanks so much, Steve. A couple quick questions about the app. Everybody was excited about the app. Is that around the time frame that the phone, the TelexMobile, will be available, or will the app available?
No, that app will be sooner than that. I will try. I'm going to make a note. I'm going to try to get an update on that. As I said, I'll do another update Friday for the renewal process, but also I'll see if I can get an app update for that call also. So I'll get some information by the end of the week on that.
Great. Thanks so much. And we appreciate all that you guys are doing. I know you guys are doing a wonderful job. And once again, let me congratulate you guys on an absolutely marvelous event that we had down there in Florida. That was just, it was mind-blowing, and it was a lot of energy, and we appreciate all the hard work that corporate put into helping that be a real extravaganza for all of us.
Thank you, Randy. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I pretty much heard everybody that really enjoyed it. I'm glad that everybody did. It was nice to see. It was just amazing that we were in that same hotel in the end of May, and it was just barely breaking 500. That's pretty awesome. 4 times the amount of people in just a few months. Yeah, it's exciting.
Hey, Steve, it's Donna.
Hey, Donna, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Awesome.
Good. Thanks so much for these update calls. This means so much to everybody in the field. Just wanted some clarification on Friday's call. Will you be addressing the 20%?
Oh, absolutely. I'll go through the whole detail on renewal process so that everybody understands exactly what to do step by step. So.
Okay, because we have a lot of baffled people out here. Start with me.
the 20%. I mean, I can answer that right now. I mean, if you're questioning the 20%, 20% is in all of the existing contracts basically. And as we roll into the new comp plan, that we have designed the new comp plan so that we will not have that 20% in there. But what everybody's been asking is, okay, so I renew, I've got the 20%. Well, how do I do that process? Do I get an invoice? Do I not get an invoice? How long do I have to pay it? Where do I send it? How do I pay it? That's more what everybody's been asking me. So the 20% is in the old contracts. What we've fought for is to get it removed so that we don't have it going down the road.
Great.
Okay. Hey, Steve, one more question, too. And this was coming in about the actual residual as far as TelexMobile. There's a lot of people, like the financial plan. I'm so excited about the phone service, too. The financial plan, there's a lot of people that are pre-registered for that, and a lot more are going to pre-register. As you guys load them in and you turn it on and all of those become live, it's essential then for us to be able to cover or to earn the income 5 levels deep on everyone in our organization that is not only ordering it, but their customers are ordering it. It's essential that we have 5 people to capitalize on that. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. We need to know, and this is why I had reached out to some of the pre-registered people, what the logins were, so that we know where they are and where that position is. So that actually is clearly about getting the customer placed in the right place so that the commission is paid up.
Perfect. So I guess it's important for us to make sure that we qualify for it, so that we want to make sure that we have 5 customers. The moment that goes live, that we have 5 customers, so we can basically get paid on all 5 levels of compensation. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, can you briefly go over what the commissions will be on the financial package?
I don't have those in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it's going to stay the same. But I don't have those. I'm pretty sure it stays at 2%. Jay, do you know that by any chance, or? He's probably unplugged. My understanding is it stay the same. But why don't I do this? I think the product will be up and running anyway. So why don't I put that on my Friday update list also?
Perfect.
That would be great. Thanks so much.
Thank you. And Steve, one of the things that a lot of people mentioned to me regarding the Orlando was we really wanted to see a lot of the corporate team on stage 2 and be able to thank them. So if you would please convey our deepest gratitude for everything that everybody does at corporate. They are gems, and we appreciate them very, very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. I appreciate that, and it was I was going to spend more time on stage, but I was trying to orchestrate so many other things behind the scenes, so I didn't get up there as much. It's the same reason why I didn't get on the dance floor as much. So I appreciate that, Don. I'll make sure I tell Jim and Carlos that we want to spend more time on stage and more time around people on the next event. So thank you for that input.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, I have my notes. Friday, let's do 3 o'clock on Friday, and I will also send out another message, but just so that all of you know, we'll do another update Friday, and we'll get these last few questions answered, and I'll also update you on how tomorrow goes with our customer service advantage and moving in the right direction. Very exciting. So I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. Everything all of you do, every single individual that comes up to me and says thank you, to every leader that has spent hours trying to help organize things and get information to me so that I can try to get a resolution to them. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you all. And we've got an incredibly bright future. So I want all of you to just dream big, shoot for the stars, and get those dreams out in front of you, because you're going to have them in this business. You're going to have the things that you want out of life and you deserve. So thank you all so much, and as I always say, I want all of you to make it an awesome day.
Thank you, Steve.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.